Hi everyone, it's Lucy from My Crazy Craft Life, and I'm here with a design team post for Scrapping for Less using the July Flavor of the Month card kit. I will be using collection number 2 from that kit with the Sunny Studio Make-A-Wish stamp set that was created exclusively for Scrapping for Less. And I'm also using this card for the sketch challenge that is over on the Scrapping for Less Show and Share Facebook page. So this challenge is kind of cool because you don't need a blog or anything else to be able to be part of it. All you need to do is be able to upload a picture onto Facebook, and you can win a coupon code for Scrapping for Less. So after I cut out the pieces that I am going to use for this card, including the center panel that I wanted to keep a little more basic. It does have a star pattern, but it's not quite as busy as the rest of the pattern paper, because when I put the image on there, I kind of wanted the image to stand out on that center panel. So I put that off to the side. I also used the Wishes die that came with the Flavor of the Month kit for July, and I cut it out of some black cardstock 3 times, and then I glue it together. I also make sure I grab that little dot for the top of the eye and glue those together as well. Now at the end of this video, I do have an extra card that I finished. I used the Sunny Studios slider die set to make a slider card. This was my first one, and I really wasn't even going to post it or do anything with it because there are so many mistakes in it. But I did think it was really cute, and I used the additional stamp set that you get as part of the Banana Split Level kit that came with the July kit as well. That's the one that has the flamingos and the big group of balloons and then quite a few sentiments that go along with that. So I thought that ended up being really cute how the card came out. So I did want to show it even though I didn't make a video or anything like that because it was the first one I made. So back to this card. So I end up stamping the image of the birthday cake, and I use some chameleon markers to do the coloring. This is very, very, very basic coloring, and there's not a lot of coloring on it because I use the Nuvo glitter drops that also came as part of this kit. And I just think it looks so cool when you add that onto the cake, and it kind of looks like the frosting is glittery on the cake. And I just think that's really cool. And so I just end up fussy cutting this. I was only doing this one image, and it's pretty simple. So I just fussy cut that out. I did end up taking the black marker around it just to kind of finish it off. Most of the time when I fussy cut, or even when I use my scan and cut, I do not leave the white border on the images. I usually like to make sure it's all the way up to the image itself, and then by putting that black marker around it, it kind of looks a little more finished to me. So here I'm just positioning my wishes sentiment, and I wanted the birthday from the happy birthday sentiment that was part of that additional stamp set that you get with the kit. But I end up just wanting the birthday, so I cut it in half, and cutting your stamps is perfectly fine. They go back together and work just fine. You just have to make sure that when you're cutting it, you're not cutting the image itself and you don't accidentally nick it, that you make sure that what you're cutting is just kind of the extra. Now here I decided in the stamp set there's a little bitty star, and I thought it would be cute to color those and have them kind of shooting out of the cake. And I do end up fussy cutting these. I did not use my black marker with those because fussy cutting them was pain in the butt enough. But I do cut those out, and I think that they end up pretty cute when it looks like it's kind of jumping out of the cake. I also popped that center panel up with some foam tape, and when I stamped the birthday sentiment, I used some clear embossing powder on VersaFine black onyx ink, and then I heat embossed it, just that portion of it, before I put anything on there. And then I just kind of place everything where I want it to go. I put the wishes die cut out there. I get the birthday cake, decide where I want to put that. I decide where I want all of the little stars, and I just put some glue. Right now I'm just using some liquid adhesive because I think with such small images, obviously it works much better than trying to work with a tape runner or anything like that. Now here I'm using the Nuvo glitter, and then I do also end up using using glossy accents on those little stars. I pop on a couple sequins onto the bottom of the card and then a couple around the image itself. And that is about it for that card. Now, once I finish up with this card and the pictures come up of the additional card that I was telling you about, you'll see that on the front panel I used some distressed oxides for the water and the sky. I used chameleon markers just to color the images of the balloons and the flamingo. I used the happy birthday stamp from that same stamp set. And then on the inside I also used one of the sentiments. I did use a Lawn Fawn stamp set for that slide on there, and then I stuck a gift card in there. So I hope everyone had a great time, and thanks for joining me. Take care.